This tutorial will show you some helpful tips based on the hour-long Website 101 webinar. Feel free to watch the full webinar recording on our support site at support.oneach.com. For any questions, please submit a support conversation on our support site, or if you're in Basecamp working on a new website, please post a new Basecamp message for your project team. And don't forget to watch any other helpful tutorials out on our support site at support.oneach.com. As I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a helpful tip for you as you start to manage your website. And this one is actually pretty simple. Tip number 9, avoid tables. Now, for a good many of your tables out there, they're not responsive. And that means that they are always going to look bad on mobile. And we've all been on a phone where we look at something and then we have to change our phone from a vertical orientation and just kind of slip it on over to horizontal so we can see the other half of the table or an image or content on a page. Now, that is partially because that element is not responsive on a page. If you create a table in Word and you paste that into your website, number one, we can tell. Number two, those tables are not responsive, and they might even carry over some extra formatting from Word that make the other content or the other elements on the page look strange. So again, try not to put content in tables if possible. If you have no other choice and you really need a nice tabled format on a page, we do have the ability to have our support team create a structure for you that is responsive. That means that you have the ability to control the content within the table itself. However, our team does have to put that structure in place. That means that you would need to submit a support conversation at support.oneach.com and let our team know any specific details. Do you want your table to be 3 columns or 2 columns? Do you want it to be a certain number of rows? If there's a specific way that this table needs to be set up or oriented, please include all of those details along with your support conversation. And again, if there's any way that you can potentially put content on a page without having to list it in a table, that is always preferable. But if you have no other option, our support team is there to help 24/7.